Hello and welcome back. In today's video, I'm here to give you my thoughts on Luton signing another player. I know, 2 signings in 2 days. What is going on at Luton? But we have signed George Saville on a free transfer. He has been let go at Millwall. He was offered a new contract at Millwall, but decided to turn that contract offer down. He had plenty of offers to join other championship clubs, but he decided Luton was going to be his next club. Before I go into detail about George Saville, drop a like on today's video. You guys hit the like target so good in the last video. 160 likes for this video. Please smash that like button. It does help the video perform better on YouTube. Let me know your thoughts down in the video comments. Are you happy about this signing? And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. We are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Also, before I go into detail, here's Nick from the Actung Millwall podcast on his thoughts about George Saville signing for Luton.
So, George Saville moving on. The first big news, transfer news outwards, certainly, of the Millwall summertime, and reputedly going to Luton. Feels like a bit of a loss. Sav is 32. He's known for his industry, his leadership, his energy. I've just seen him described as a box-to-box midfielder. Certainly in terms of on-field presence, he's been a real asset for the Lions. This is actually his 3rd time with us. He came to us about 2014, 15-ish, then came back in the 2017 period when we were just after we were promoted to the Championship. Came out of the Chelsea system. I think he's played for Wolves, made a big money move to Middlesbrough a few years ago and then came back to us. Very much a Millwall figure. I see this as a bit of a loss. I imagine he's at that time of life, career-wise, where he's got to take the money. He mightn't be expecting to be a regular starter at the Den now. We are trying to move in a more youthful direction. But I want to wish him well. He's been a good servant for the Lions, Northern Irish international, and always gave 100%. You can't get any better than that. And a midfield leader presence. I think he's going to be an asset for Luton, so I wish him well for the future.
A massive thank you to Nick. It's always nice to hear what other fans have to say, especially the fans that have been watching the player you've just signed. So Nick's been watching George Saville for many seasons now, so I thought it was the perfect opportunity to listen to a Millwall fan and what they had to say about him. So what do we know about George Saville? He's played over 450 games in his career, scoring 39 goals. He started off at Chelsea, then he had a couple of loan moves at Brentford, where he won promotion from League One to the Championship. He signed for Wolves on a permanent deal. He also had a few loan moves then, and he went out on loan to Bristol City and also Millwall. He then signed for Millwall on a permanent deal, spent 1 season there, making just under 50 appearances, and then he signed for Middlesbrough and he made 118 appearances. He then signed back to Millwall on a permanent deal and played the last 4 years, making 166 appearances. So throughout his whole career, he's played over 10 seasons in the Championship. He's also played 59 times for Northern Ireland, including 3 caps this year. He's 32 years old. He's played 49 times last season, starting 36, scoring 1 goal and getting 3 assists. His strengths, he's very good at taking set pieces. He's really good in the air. He does win plenty of aerial battles. Tackling is one of his biggest strengths. Intercepting the ball, blocking, he does love a good tackle. That's basically his style of play. And there is a really good stat out there about his recovering stats and winning the ball high in the opposition half, and it's exactly what we need. Upon doing my research, apparently he can play left back, but I don't think he's going to be playing left back for Luton. But he is a very good defensive midfielder. He brings leadership, experience. After also talking to a couple of Millwall fans, he's really good at the dark arts, so making sure that the referee knows everything, what's happening on the pitch. He's very vocal, as he mentioned in his interview. So I do believe this is someone which we were kind of crying out for last season in the Championship, but we now have it in a season where there's going to be high expectations, and you do need leaders in a team that is hoping to win promotion. You need leaders regardless of what type of season you're going to have. And to have 2 leaders, which we've now recently signed in the last couple of days, makes me really happy. And the fact that we've got them in early before pre-season has started makes a massive difference, as they can install that winning, the right type of mentality within the dressing room. They set the standard for the other players to follow, and I don't think we had any of that last season. Just wanted to read out a couple of quotes from Matt Bloomfield and also Savile himself. So let's start off with Matt Bloomfield. He goes, "He chosen us over some championship offers, which shows his belief in our club, and that's the type of character we are after. Tactically, he's very aware as a defensive midfielder and a player who can influence those around him. We are hoping George can help us with his leadership and ability to knit the games together in the middle of the pitch. He's going to be an important component of the squad as we start to mould the group for what we need next season. And I'm extremely happy to have got the first piece of important business over the line already. Firstly, I am very surprised to see him drop to League One, especially when he had other championship offers, but of course we don't know what they were actually offering him. But I have also read some post online from some Millwall supporters saying that the legs are not there anymore, so League One is probably the right level for him. Now, regards to legs in players, now I feel like a lot of people go, right, he's 32 years old, his legs are not with him anymore, and they look at the age and blame that as the factor. I feel like in modern day football fans, we are very against signing players of a certain age, and I've already seen some comments out online saying, yes, okay, it's two fantastic experienced players, but they are on the other end of their careers. There are some players out there that can still do the job in their 30s. You're not finished once you get into your 30s. You can still do a job in football. Also, the fact that he had championship offers, for me, also shows that he could still do a job in the championship. So his legs haven't completely gone, if that makes sense. But let me read out what Savile had to say when signing for the club. "When I first heard it was an option, it was something I was really interested in, and after a few conversations, it became a no-brainer. It's been a tough couple of years for the club, but this is now a chance to correct that. Speaking with the manager and what he wants to do, there's a chance to build something, create a good atmosphere, and have a good season. I had offers in the championship, but since the first conversation with the manager, it was clear cut. It fits what I want, and it's an opportunity to achieve something." And what George Saville was kind of reminding me when I was reading that quote was what Nathan Jones used to do. We all know about Nathan Jones and the PowerPoint presentation, how he was able to convince certain players to join the football club. It looks like Matt Bloomfield also has not quite the same thing, but also can persuade players to come and join us rather than go elsewhere. And I think that's very important to have in a manager. So now we have signed George Saville. I do believe we do have a dilemma in the midfield. Now, it's not a problem. I would say it is a dilemma. We've got lots of midfielders, so one or two definitely have to go. We've had interest in Fane already in this summer window, but does that also mean he goes and Nakamba goes? And then you can have Naismith and also Savile being the defensive midfielders within the group. Savile is more of a defensive-minded midfielder. He isn't going to score us, 10 goals from midfield. I can be completely wrong about that, but I don't see him doing that in this upcoming year. I literally see him doing the Nakamba role. That's how I see it. And someone who's available, who's played a lot of games in his career. Hopefully he can stay fit. There hasn't been an injury problem with him, so he is quite a naturally fit athlete. So fingers crossed he can stay fit, but I do see him being a more Nakamba replacement. So yeah, the midfield is very stacked right now. You've got, of course, Fane, Nakamba, Savile, you've got Clark, you've got Asgard, you've got Zach Nelson, you've got Walsh, you've got Baptiste. So you've got 8 midfielders there already. And if you're playing with only 3 midfielders, you've got too many. And I'm sure I'm forgetting 1 or 2 players as well from our midfield. But yeah, overall, we're going to need to address this before the season starts. But of course, there's still plenty of time in the window to do more business and also let players go. So that is the end of today's video. Hopefully you did enjoy listening to my thoughts on George Saville signing for the football club. Let me know what you think down in the video comments. Of course, don't forget to like today's video as well. It does help the video perform better on YouTube. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As I've said at the start, we're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm live streaming on Sunday at 11 AM talking about our signings in even more detail. So yeah, plenty of content coming your way. And yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying it, and I'll see you soon.